The pouring out, why wine cheers God and men. Today I'm teaching on something most people have never been taught, even though it sits right in the middle of Scripture. I'm teaching on the pouring out of wine, what it meant, why it mattered, and why the Bible says wine cheers God and men. This is not about drinking. This is about covenant, joy, and surrender. In Judges 9:13, the grapevine says, should I leave my wine, which cheers God and men? That one line tells you everything you need to know about the spiritual meaning of wine. Wine is the only substance in Scripture that is said to bring joy to both realms, the divine realm and the human realm. So when a man pours wine before God, he is offering the very thing that unites heaven and earth in joy. Now let's walk through the pattern. The first man in Scripture to pour wine before God is Jacob. In Genesis 35:14, Jacob sets up a pillar and he pours a drink offering on it. And that drink offering is wine. He pours oil and he pours wine. Why? Because God had appeared to him. Jacob responds with the only thing that symbolizes joy, covenant, and life poured out. That's the patriarchal foundation. But there's another witness, one most people never read. In the Book of Jubilees, chapter 6, Noah comes off the ark, builds an altar, and offers a sacrifice. And Jubilees says he poured an offering mingled with oil, and he sprinkled wine on the altar. This is a covenant renewal after judgment. This is Noah acknowledging that the earth has been cleansed and life is beginning again. So now you have two pillars. Jacob pours wine, Noah pours wine. Both moments are covenant moments. Both moments are transitional moments. Both moments are moments where heaven and earth are being aligned again. Then the patterns become law. In Exodus and Numbers, God commands the priest to pour out wine as a drink offering. Not to drink it, pour it. Why? Because pouring wine is symbolic. It is the pouring out of joy. It is the pouring out of life. It is the pouring out of covenant loyalty. And then Paul picks up the same language. In Philippians 2:17 and 2 Timothy 4:6, Paul says, I am being poured out as a drink offering. Paul is saying, my life is being poured out the same way the priest poured out wine. My life is my offering. My joy is my offering. My obedience is my offering. So what does all this mean for us? It means that pouring wine is not a ritual. It is a revelation. It is a revelation that joy belongs to God. It is the revelation that covenant requires surrender. It is the revelation that what cheers men must first cheer God. Wine is joy. Wine is covenant. Wine is life. Wine is surrender. And when scripture says wine cheers God and men, it is telling you that God receives joy from the offering of a man who pours out what is precious to him. Jacob poured it. Noah poured it. The priest poured it. Paul lived it. And the remnant must understand it. Because the remnant is not called to perform rituals. The remnant is called to pour out. Pour out joy. Pour out obedience. Pour out life. Pour out covenant loyalty. This is the meaning of the drink offering. This is the meaning of wine in scripture. This is the meaning of being poured out.